Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have the one and only Taylor Gatwood with us. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? Good to be back talking about some sports.
Man, yes, indeed. It's good to be back. I know I gave y'all a little vacation. You know, it felt kind of weird not doing the show last week, but your boy been busy. I've been busy.
It's always good to get on here and escape the real life sometimes, talk about something we enjoy.
All right, escaping seeing your Braves lose over and over.
Yeah, they're on right now, and I don't even want to turn it on.
Oh man, you can't do them like that.
They've been breaking my heart too much lately. I don't know how much more I can take.
Man, they'll bounce back. Like I said, y'all deal with injuries and everything. Like I said, why I see some of the games sometimes, man, like y'all there, then y'all just fall off. Y'all there, it's very inconsistent. Maybe y'all can screen together and do something.
We have the most one-run loss games in the MLB. Just losing by one run. We've lost so many games by just one run.
Well, that's sum up your season so far, huh?
Yeah, but an L's an L. I don't care if you lose by 1 or 10. We still lost.
Man, you harsh, bro.
It's been rough, man. I'm a diehard Braves fan, so that's why it's kind of like you with the Saints. That's how I am. That's how I am with the Braves.
Yeah, I'm very tough on the Saints. You know, especially when they keep losing like they do. But you know, I just try not to like give them too much, energy, because I expect that from them. You know what I'm saying? That's wrong of me to think something else of them.
Yeah.
So that's my fault.
That's how I am this year. I'm just there was a stat the other day said in our last 200 games we're 100 and 100. We're the definition of mid right now.
Hey, it all gonna work out. Gonna get better. We'll see, yo. All right, man. So the Knicks fired that coach. All right.
Yeah.
They fired that coach. A lot of people, I want to say a lot of people shocked by it, but some people were taken back by the head coach getting fired. I had this video. Let's see, we'll play of one of the players who played the Knicks. So you remember Dante having an issue with the Knicks and everything. So he showed his dislike for Tibbs and everything. What's your thoughts?
I mean, why did Brunson's dad attack him in that situation? I mean, he thought he was talking to him or something.
I don't know. That for some reason the NBA dad thing is all about them.
I mean, you got to admit that's pretty cool. Like coaching your son in the NBA, that's got to be pretty cool. even if you're the assistant. But
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I think I think he should have been fired. I mean, like for years they've talked about Tibbs, how he drives his players into the ground. Like he'll play his players 40 minutes a game, like not just in the playoffs, in the regular season. And then by the time the playoffs come, they kind of run out of gas a little bit. They've always
Yeah.
talked about that with him, even when he was with the coach for the Bulls. And they really had a cakewalk to the finals. I mean, the Bucks had all those injuries with Dame. Celtics had the injuries with Tatum. The Cavaliers, the 1 seed, got put out by the Pacers. And all you had to do was beat the Pacers 4 games to get to the NBA Finals, and they choked it.
Man, I think this was the next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They blew it. Yeah, that's why Tibbs got fired.
Yeah, because we saw the Pacers take out the reigning champs in the Celtics. So it was like clear, it was open for them. The Knicks been the better team all season. The Pacers had it ups and downs and lows. So people didn't really pay attention much to the Pacers. They thought they didn't have a chance. But like I told you earlier, Halliburton was the key because he wasn't playing like that in the regular season. I know because I was betting on him and some of them games. And some of them stat lines wasn't showing up like they did in the playoffs. So I think it took the Knicks by surprise. They're like, hold up. When he started playing like this, they didn't know he had that type of bag. And as you know, he took over the game. Brunson seemed frustrated. It seemed like the Knicks didn't know how to call plays or work around Brunson getting trapped on top of the key and everything. So it was just a bad coaching strategy altogether. Cause they ran them boys into the ground. I think Charles Barkley made a joke. He like, oh, they finally put in a ninth guy because they were only running about 8. And then finally just said, oh, let's throw in an extra guy. Now it's too late, buddy. You already gassed them out. And that's been the whole thing about Tibbs, man. He run his teams into the ground.
Yep.
And here they go.
I mean, they had the squad. If you look, I mean, their starting five's legit. Like that's probably one of the best starting fives in the game. I mean, Cat, Bridges. I mean, those are Bridges. I mean, he's a one-time All-Star, I think. I mean, Bridges is like a borderline All-Star. He's just a really good role player. Cat's an All-Star big. Brunson's an All-Star point guard. OG Anunoby's a stud. Josh Hart's a really good, hustle player. I mean, they had the team this year. They just I don't see them getting another golden opportunity like that again.
I know, man. So who you think would be the best coach for the Knicks?
I'm trying to think who's all available right now.
Because who's the assistant coach? They were talking about him. They were telling him about him being the favorite.
Brunson's dad.
Coach. That's his dad. He's the assistant.
Yeah. They're gonna let his dad, Jalen Brunson's dad. Of course, Jalen Brunson's. Let my dad be the head coach.
So I got go get it. I don't think it's not the dad. It's a white dude, I believe. But they were saying he was the favorite.
What about Michael Malone from the Nuggets?
Yeah,
I can see that.
Right. That'll be good because he know how to strategize. He know how to get his team to play defense. What they were saying about Cat, everybody playing by Cat defense. Like he didn't know what to do, getting bullied around, and he getting mad and upset and being all sporadic on the offense side of the ball. So it just seemed like he can corral Cat and get him to play under control and get him to play better defense. Guys, he's too big to not play defense, man. Like you're too tall to not block shots or ground rebounds off defensive rebounds and stuff.
Yeah, because I mean he's won a championship with the Nuggets. I mean maybe he's somebody they view that could get them over the hump.
Yep, maybe so. Because like I said, Malone been there, and it seemed like the guys play harder for him anyway. I think it'll do Brunson really, really good if he did get Mike Malone. Cause you saw how Murray emerged in his role for the Nuggets when Malone was coaching them. He turned to a real dog. I mean, nobody saw that Murray being that type of caliber player, but Malone brought the best out of him. So I think that's a great idea, Gatwood. And they bring in a hard-nosed guy. I know RC was saying that type of coaching style it's not really good anymore in the NBA because all the NBA players are kind of soft. They take things to heart. They don't take criticism well. But sometimes you need that in a locker
Yeah.
room to set guys straight. And Cat is one of the guys I'm really thinking about that needs somebody to get on them like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he goes there, because obviously when he was the Nuggets coach, they ran their whole offense through Jokic. So maybe I feel like Cat doesn't get enough touches in the post in general. I feel like they could maybe put him in the game plan a little bit more. I think Michael Malone would spread it out a little bit more instead of just Brunson running ISO the whole game.
Yeah, Cat can get any shot, man, he wants. Like, I feel like he should have been more aggressive in the paint, especially trying to get Siakam or Turner in trouble. Turner couldn't guard Cat, man.
No.
Turner could not guard Cat. So they should, when they got that matchup, they should exploit it as much as possible.
Turner's a good player, though.
Yeah.
I do like Turner, but I mean, nobody can really guard Cat. When Cat's on, if he's making threes, he's like a 40%. Like, he's one of the best 3-point shooting big man we've seen.
But man, I feel like that shouldn't be. You're like one of your best shooters, your big man on that team. Like that just shouldn't be. Like when you play against the Pacers, most of their points should have came from the paint. You attack the Pacers in the paint because they too good on the perimeter. They too good on the perimeter. And I feel like when Cat in the last game, Cat was snagging a whole bunch of rebounds and putting them back up. And I feel like that was their best chance to try to get him in foul trouble. Cause I remember the Knicks got in foul trouble early. They were sending Pacers to the line early in that game.
I remember that one game where Brunson had 4 fouls in the first half.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was just not very good basketball. It was just very undisciplined type stuff going on. And Tibbs just lost control of the team, man. He couldn't bring him back in. And it just showed on the court, man. It was just – I knew the game was over when the Pacers was just running up and down the court, leaking out. Like, how do you not stop a leak out? You miss your shot, your team should be getting back on defense. They backpedaling. Why are you looking at the ball backpedaling? No, you sprint. My coach say sprint back on defense. Get your tail back. Yeah. And when they start leaking out on them, they start getting them easy buckets. It's a wrap. Because now you're thinking too much. You're not playing. Yeah, you're not being fundamentally sound at all. Yeah. So and the game was over. So OKC and the Pacers, man. You said this is one of the worst NBA finals.
It's most boring. I mean,
it's most boring.
It's good. I feel like when you said it was good for the NBA, I feel like it's good for NBA fans, of the Pacers and Thunder. I guess other small market teams feel like they have more of a chance now because we don't see very many small market matchups in the NBA finals.
We don't. Randy threw some hats in for the head coaching job with the Knicks. He threw in let me see, can I put up Taylor Jenkins? He put up
from the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Monty Williams.
Yeah, I mean I can see that. I'm sure I wouldn't doubt them getting an interview.
All right. They just need, like I said, they need a more disciplined guy. So, like I said, OKC versus Pacers, man. Shea versus Halliburton.
Apparently, Siakam, he got Eastern Conference.
Yeah, he got Eastern Conference. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. Even though I feel like Halliburton deserve it, but whatever.
You saw that video where Halliburton was walking up and they were like Siakam, and he was
yeah, he pulled the Drewski there. He pulled a Drewski.
Yeah. I've seen that skit. That's funny. Drewski did a really good job with that skit. He made it look he made it look realistic.
So, who you have, man? Give us a breakdown on who you have and why.
I just think I know I was talking earlier about how I think the Thunder might sweep, but I really don't. I don't see that at this point because the comparisons of these teams is they've both played together a lot, multiple years. Both teams have a lot of chemistry, because they kind of grew up together. But if I had to guess, I'd say OKC in 6. If I had to have a prediction, I'd say OKC in 6. I just think the Thunder are too much. I mean, they've already won 70-something games this year. Like they just don't lose many games. I don't see. It's a good matchup, but I don't see the Pacers doing enough to win 4 out of 7 against OKC.
Yeah. How you feel about the matchups? You think the Pacers match up well?
I mean, if you look at the board, if you look around the board, they kind of do. I mean, SGA, Halliburton. I mean, you got to give SGA he's better than Halliburton.
Right,
okay,
right.
Then you got what is the shooting guard Nembhard?
Yeah,
that's the starting shooting guard. Nembhard versus Lou Dort. I mean, that's kind of a wash, I guess. And then
who's Williams? Who guarding Williams?
Who's guarding Williams? Naismith?
Nate Smith. Yeah, Nate Smith. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you got to go with J-Dub on that one. And then you got Siakam versus Chet. That's kind of a wash.
Yeah, I think that's a good, solid matchup.
And then you got Hartenstein versus Miles Turner. So
I think Hartenstein is a good defensive player. He's a good big. So I think that kind of washes itself out too.
But I do agree with you. They do kind of match up pretty well. And then you got Matt. I feel like and then bench wise, they're kind of similar too. You got like
same too. Mm-hmm.
Benedict.
Got a lot of hustle guys.
Benedict Mathurin, TJ McCollum, and then the Thunder have Caruso.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both good.
Both teams have both teams bench or hustle. They got a lot of guys that give a lot, and on the floor they leave it all. Randy said he thinking Pacers can pull out 2 wins.
Randy knows
realistically.
Ball.
Yeah, realistically, I say two wins. OKC defense is too suffocating. Halliburton's not getting that easy junk off. He just not.
Dude, I'm telling you though, Game 7, Nuggets and Thunder, that game plan they had was genius. When they had Caruso just stealing the ball from Jokic in the post, like over and over.
Right.
That Caruso has such good hands. He's such a good defender. That was just they just tried something different in Game 7 and it worked out. I feel like I don't even know who the OKC's coach's name is. I know what he looks like, obviously, but like he knows what he's doing. It seems like.
For me, I'll switch Williams. I'll put Williams on Halliburton and let SGA. I'm not gonna wear SGA out. I'll just let him guard Nate Smith. What Nate Smith? He probably ain't gonna do much.
Them dudes snipe sometimes though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But SGA, I think that on SGA just stay glued to him on the 3-point line, then make it tough shots, then it'll be okay. But I'm not wasting his energy letting SGA guard Halliburton. I'm putting Williams on Halliburton. Williams is a little bit bigger and stronger. Oh, go for a second.
Do you think? I mean, do you think that the Timberwolves? Who would you say would win if it was Timberwolves and Pacers? Who would you say would win in a 7-game series? Like why?
Man, when I think about this Pacers team, like I said, they didn't play like this in the regular season.
The Pacers team is so weird to predict.
Yeah, because I would if I saw if there was the same Pacers team in the regular season, I would say the Pacers. But now since I've seen this side of the team, for me it probably Pacers because they deeper than the bench where you just have Anthony Edwards, then Conley gonna get exposed. So,
yeah, that was their weak thing. That's what it is with the Timberwolves. Daggum Conley was on 38. He was getting exposed on
they don't have a point.
That was their problem. Yeah.
And he won't be able to stay at Halliburton. So what you gonna do? Switch Anthony Edwards to Halliburton, then Conley got guard Naismith or the other guy, Nembhard.
And then all you gotta do is get Gobert on the perimeter and it's over.
Right, it's over. He can't guard Siakam on the perimeter.
Yeah. That's why the Thunder were just way too much for the Timberwolves. They gotta get Ant. They gotta get Ant another star.
Like, he needed a superstar. He needed KD.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
He
I've told people that. I was like, KD would be perfect for that team. I don't think it's
get
going to
KD,
happen.
get a KD, and get a real point guard. I mean, a point guard that can knock down open shots and facilitate, actually drive to the paint, kick it out, do other things. Like you got, be attentive to that point guard. You just can't let him do everything you want. So, how Terry Rozier? What is he suspended or what's going on with him? Did he? I know him and Miami wasn't on the same page.
I didn't know
and
he got
everything.
suspended. I didn't even see
Did he
about
get
that.
suspended for?
Oh wait, I can't remember what it was for. I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember exactly what it was for.
I get Terry Rozier. I mean, he can facilitate and knock down shots.
He ain't gonna get him over the hump though.
He don't need to. Bring him in with KD.
With KD.
Yeah, just say no.
Hey, all they need to do to
Terry.
They got Terry Rozier. We're gonna win the finals.
Right, put him in reverse, Terry.
Yeah. We got Terry Rozier. We're gonna win the finals for sure.
No, you ain't gonna win Diddley Squad. You just gonna win another third place or second place title.
Yeah.
So, the Timberwolves would not. I think the Pacers still will beat the Timberwolves because of the bench. They got more bodies to throw at Ant. Let's answer Randy's. Y'all go follow Randy or Voice of the Fans in Canada on YouTube. They are partners over in Canada. Let's answer his question real quick. Then we go back to OKC and the Pacers. He said, "Would Monty Williams fit?" I guess he's talking about the Knicks again. The fit the Knicks. Do you think his style's out of play, or you think he'll be?
I think Monty Williams is a good coach. When he was with the Suns, they went to the finals a few years ago when they had the right pieces, and they have the right pieces there. He just ended up going to the Pistons, and they just had the worst roster of all time. So, there's not really much any coach can do with that. I think Monty Williams is a good coach, so I could see it happening. I think he's going to be a different – they just need another voice in that locker room than Tibbs. I think Michael Malone or Monty Williams, I think either of them would be fine.
Well, I say with Monty Williams, he just want a right fit for the Pistons. They're a young team. I think he need a veteran-led team that get the message. You know,
exactly. You can relate with more.
Yeah, he can relate more with them. The Pistons, they was like, man, we just trying to clear a paycheck right now. We ain't worrying about winning.
We had for Wemby.
Right, we taking for Wemby. What was that? Yeah. We had Killing. What was his name? Killing Hayes or something like that?
Yeah, Killian Hayes.
Yeah, Killian Hayes. We had him. Like, we ain't worrying about nothing. We ain't trying to hear nothing you say.
Yeah, they just want.
Hayes was the easy ticket guy would on Underdog or Drafters. Get him under on everything.
Oh, Killian Hayes. If I did it, he'd definitely get the over for sure.
Right, for sure. You know how it is for us, man. Yeah. But Randy, Monty Williams will work for the Knicks. He'll finish out building out the roster because they just didn't have enough bench. They traded them guys away, and everything. So that's what left them shorthanded when they made that trade with Cat, and they left them shorthanded on the bench. OKC and Panthers. So we said Pacers don't have a chance of winning this thing. We see only 2 wins coming from the series. And I know a lot of Indiana fans don't want to hear that, but OKC, they just too good. They can make threes. They can play transition defense. They get their fast break points. They very good on defense. They play team ball. SGA is an MVP, so that's all you need to know about that. So I think they are a complete team. We haven't seen a complete team like this since who? Maybe what? Nuggets, Spurs, old school Spurs with Tim Duncan. They didn't have a true star. I feel like this is like a different level of the Spurs because it went through Tim Duncan, but this one goes through the point guard SGA, and he finally hit that upper level of being a true star.
Yeah.
So it's just like they got a lot of solid, good players, just like the Spurs had and the Nuggets had. And
It is.
when you have a team that play team basketball like that, they're hard to beat.
Yes, it's weird seeing the best team in basketball only have one star. I feel like the super team era is over. I think the super team era is done because the super teams now, if you're paying 3 stars, like for example the Suns, if you got KD, Booker, and Bill, they had nobody else. You're not going to win like that when your bench and your other 2 starters are horrible.
Yeah, and that was another team like that, like the Suns. The Clippers. You remember what the Clippers tried with Paul George and Harden and Kawhi. They're like, oh, this sleeper team right here. This team. And didn't they have Westbrook too coming off the bench?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so they tried it.
They were old though. They were some old stuff.
Yeah, but this team was nice though. That team was, if you look at it on paper, those guys could still play. Like Paul George could easily give you 20. Same with Harden. So it just all depends on the night.
Harden's giving you 20 and 10. But the reason why they didn't make it is because Kawhi was hurt in the playoffs that year. Just like every year.
Yeah.
Anytime Harden makes it to the playoffs, his co-star is gonna get hurt.
Man, man, he need to be studying on how to get the easy bag. He need to write a book because
Harden
Harden and Kawhi need to write a book.
Not Harden though. Harden, I mean, you can say what you want about Harden.
Paul George too. He getting paid after while.
I'm saying you can say what you want about Harden, but he plays like he's a healthy player. He's going to play.
Yeah,
in his career, he's played over 90% of his games. Kawhi's probably played like 50.
So, are you betting on this OKC and Pacers game?
No, I haven't done sports betting in a while.
I
just went on such a loss, like a lose streak. I was just like, screw it.
That's how you putting some big dollars in there, man.
No, but you know how. But I mean, you know how we say OKC. Like, what's your prediction? OKC and what?
Yeah, I see OKC win it. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the Pacers did win.
Yeah,
because of how young OKC still is. Do they still not? The Nuggets still in Game 7, and honestly, if the game flow was actually played through instead of SGA getting no foul calls, I think it probably been a different flow of the game. It just seemed kind of off. He was getting some really tic-tacky calls there, and kind of just disrupted the flow of the game. And like I said, what's called hurt. Can't think of his name right now.
Who?
I can't think of his name. The guy that was hurt with the ankle. What's his name? Aaron Gordon. He was hurt.
Aaron Gordon, yeah.
So I think it's healed 100%. Probably been a little bit different. But can OC get over the hump? Can they just close it out? Like I said, Nuggets took them in Game 7, even though they are the reigning champions, but still, I wouldn't be shocked if the Pacers beat them, but I still think OKC, they got enough, man, just to close it out. Randy said, you boys hearing some junk that Raptors are one of the teams that can land Giannis. Give me a break. No chance he coming here. Yeah, there's no chance he going to the Raptors. He want to win.
But I saw some rumors where him and KD might team up there. That's what I heard.
What in the world?
I mean, I don't see him going there either. But did anybody see Kawhi going there?
No, we didn't. We didn't.
So,
but that's different. Kawhi's a quiet guy. I don't just see KD going to the Raptors. Yo, what's up, Media Mongols? Thanks for the support. I just don't see that, man.
Yeah, I don't see it either. But I've seen the rumors though of Giannis and KD possibly going there, but I don't see it happening.
I know, Randy. Do you want Giannis? That's the question. You sound like you don't want him. What's up, Sam? We got Sam over in TikTok. Gatwood.
What's going on, Sam?
What's up, buddy? Hey, Sam, get ready to lose your money in fantasy football.
Is that the recently married Sam Hoover?
Yeah, Sam. Hey, he said, you know what he said, Gatwood? He said that if he win fantasy football, he want his money on a silver platter. I said, you know what? If you win, I'll give you straight cash, homie, and I'll put it on a silver platter. Straight cash, and I'll put it on a silver platter.
And he said he'll give you his car. That's how confident he is.
Nah, right. Sam, we see you play fantasy football, son, and it's nothing to worry about. He said, yes, sir. He said, yes, sir, it is.
Hey, I'm gonna get to the championship game, and I'm gonna get second every time. I promise you.
Yeah, you're gonna lose to my brother-in-law like you do every year.
Was
That's
that
crazy.
back-to-back years?
You lost them to him back-to-back years, man. Back-to-back years. That's heartbreaking.
My team.
We never had a back-to-back fancy winner in my league, guys. Never. And Gad would let my brother-in-law come in and do it twice to him.
Don't act like you didn't have a chance. Don't act like you didn't have a chance to beat him either. Okay.
Hey, we're not talking about that. We're talking about you. You went to the championship game, not me.
What was it? Something happened. Jalen Hurts? Remember he got
Hurts
hurt.
went off on you. No.
I had Jalen Hurts, and he got hurt in the first quarter. Remember he got that concussion that one game?
Yeah. That's right.
And that's what screwed me. Because he didn't play the next game, and I had to start Aaron Rodgers, and he got me -2.
Yeah. You said -2 points, Aaron.
Yeah, I was like, are you kidding me? You couldn't give me like 10.
You were hot, man. Oh man, that's that fantasy football for you. Randy said Giannis for Barnes, Grady Dick, and as many as 3 first-round picks. No chance.
Yeah, the Bucks ain't doing that. You think the Bucks would do that? I don't think they would.
No way.
Yeah, there's not like Barnes is solid, but I mean you
that's
got
not nothing.
Superstars.
That's not nothing. Milwaukee may want more. Yeah, I agree. They want more. They're gonna go after these teams that's loaded.
They're gonna if they're
like
gonna
the
make
Rockets.
Yeah, the Rockets could do that. I don't know if I want to blow up our cord for that. I'd rather get KD for a couple years because he's gonna be cheaper.
Yeah,
he's something we could use to because if you watch us, did you watch us in the playoffs against the Golden State? We needed somebody who closed. We needed a closer, and KD can do that. And we have the Suns' first-round picks for the next 3 or 4 years, and they're going to want those back if they're going to rebuild. So we probably wouldn't have to give up that much talent.
No, I don't think so either. That's why it's kind of like far-fetched. And then they trade him in the East to the Raptors. I think they're probably saying Giannis out west more than anything.
If they traded KD to the Raptors, he'd probably just be like, yeah, I'll retire.
Yeah. So let's that's our NBA talk, Randy. He said Barnes, Barrett, quickly Ingram, Raptors have a solid 4-pack. I don't know.
Dude, that's not a bad looking team if they
the Raptors already have these guys, Gatwood, and they not.
I know. And that's what I'm saying. But Ingram didn't even play at the end of the year. He was hurt, wasn't he?
Yeah, didn't he get traded? No, he didn't get. Yeah, he did get traded there.
I forgot he got traded to the.
Yeah, he got traded there. So then they gonna trade him again to the. I mean,
if they traded all that for Giannis, Giannis is gonna be out there playing by himself.
Yeah.
Oh, he's saying he'd rather keep.
Like to see that roll out. The Bucks, they're going to have to unload them, but I think they want something more than that, better than those guys. Like I said, the Rockets have plenty of young stars, but Timberwolves, I think Timberwolves win. I don't think Timberwolves got nothing to give. I'm trying to think of teams that probably have some. The Spurs, man, nah.
The Spurs. But think about this. If for some reason OKC doesn't get over the hump, what if they traded a package of Chet, some first round, because they have so many first round picks and they got a bunch of young players. I could see something like that. If they had SGA and Giannis, that'd be a cheat code.
Yeah, they probably win back to back. They definitely beating them West teams like that. They'll definitely win back championships if they got Giannis after this past season, especially if they don't win, man. If they don't win, it'll be a choke job. It'll be worse than the Knicks. It'll be worse what the Knicks did. You know what I'm saying? Cause OC been number one team all year. Then you come out and lay a goose egg in the finals. Come on, man. That's a choke job altogether.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to some NFL, man. I need a car for the NFL. You know, just like it happened in the NBA, we transition to the NBA, we transition to the NFL. I need something. Yeah. Can the Steelers afford not to sign Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, what else are they going to do? They don't really have any other options at this point except start a 6th round pick, Will Howard.
I mean, not even Will Howard, Mason Rudolph.
Even worse. I mean, I'd rather start the 6th round pick. I just go ahead and start the 6th round pick at that point.
Right. I mean, we saw what happened when Mason Rudolph led the team. They went to the playoffs and they got smashed by Buffalo. So
Mason Rudolph ain't been the same since Myles Garrett hit him with that helmet.
Right. He's been seeing birdies all day. So no, they can't. I think it's not going to move the needle either way. It's not going to move the needle either way, especially in that division.
I'm just saying, at least they would be respectable. They ain't even respectable right now. They about like y'all.
Oh, come on, man. Don't throw no
Tyler Shaw or whatever the heck. Tyler Show. I mean, who the heck is that guy?
It's Tyler Shuck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know the guy's name.
Gatwood, don't bash. Look, I was seeing some highlights tonight.
I saw some highlights. I saw his lowlights, though. I saw him at the NFL Combine missing throws. Like, I saw the guy. Like,
bro, nervous, man. It was cold in there. It was nervous.
In the dome? He was cold in the dome.
Yeah, man. They said, man, when I went to Superdome, it was cold, bro.
He's screwed then. If the Superdome was he's in trouble then if it's
cold up. Do you blame Mike Tomlin? Because they knew they needed a quarterback all along, right? Aaron Rodgers is old. He's grumpy. He's taking ayahuasca to get through the season. He's going on healing journeys, spiritual journeys in the off season. You really want to look at that guy to lead your team into the season? Like, it just seemed like they dropped the ball on this one.
I think they're going to regret not taking Jackson Dart.
Right.
They should took. I mean, I just knew they were going to take a quarterback at the end of the 1st round. I just knew they were. But they didn't wait. They waited until the 6th round.
Shador was there. So, like I said, is it have Mike Tomlin worn out his welcome there? Because they knew they needed a quarterback. They didn't address it. You cannot keep relying on his defense to get you to the playoffs every year.
You're saying it's Mike Tomlin's fault?
Yeah, I think it's Mike Tomlin. Man,
He's not the GM though. He's not the one who didn't take.
He has a pretty big say so. I believe
he probably does.
I think he has a huge say so on these guys.
So you don't think
he's been there way too long?
Him and Rodgers would clash, I think.
Rodgers clashes with everybody. So that's why, why would you want to deal with that headache of this guy coming in like, he's not on the same page with receivers. He's not on the same page with his coaches. You seen them yelling at who was that? Mike Solomon. Solomon came over there, get a man a hug, and he yelling in his face. Like, who does that?
But you keep that man on your team to save your job. Like, I feel like if you start like Aaron Rodgers on that with that defense and those weapons, they're gonna get 10 or 11 wins. But if they got Mason Rudolph, they're gonna win like 6.
I don't think they gave that many wins this year, Gatwood.
Well, you don't think their defense is good enough?
They good enough, but if you stay on the field 24/7.
Well, I'm saying if Rodgers stays healthy. Oh, you're saying if their defense stays on the field 24/7?
Yeah, I mean, they lost. I'm not saying Najee Harris was a big key, but they lost one of their running backs. So now they're going with the guy, I forgot his name, as a running back. The scat back dude. I can't remember his name, dude.
Oh, I know you're talking about, but that's their starter?
That's why, man. Did they draft a quarterback? Look that up. So let's break down this offense, shall we? We trade George Pickens, guys. He was crazy. He was dysfunctional.
Hey,
He was,
hey, just please tell me what's wrong with Steelers receivers? It's always the
I don't,
story.
man. It gotta be. It can't. Look, they be fine. Nah, I'm not gonna say they be fine when they come from college, cause they still have some new character issues. But when they go there, they just go AWOL. I guess they see Mike Tomlin as a father figure. They pushing against the father. Like, we ain't gonna listen to you. You know what I'm saying? You know how sons are sometimes. They treat him like a dad. They go AWOL and start doing whatever they want to do.
Well, look how many we can name. I mean, Antonio Brown went crazy. Deontay Johnson went crazy.
Claypool.
Chase Claypool. And then now
Mike Wallace.
Pickens, Wallace. I mean, I feel like it's
Bryant. Martavis Bryant.
Yeah, he started committing crime. I mean,
I mean, that's a long list, man. Who was that other kid? I can't remember his name. But
there's been a lot though. I feel like it's the Steelers receivers are way worse than any other organization.
But how
Juju Smith-Schuster?
Yeah, Juju start doing TikToks and other crazy stuff on Twitter.
Claypool, I mean, he's doing the first down sign with 8 seconds left. The clock's running.
Look, all right, so that gotta be a factor here, right? It has to be a factor here. And I think it's important with Mike Tomlin. It has to be. You don't have, the possibility of having wide receivers that start acting like divas out of nowhere. The possibility of that, of having guys act out on you at one position constantly. It has to be Mike Tomlin. It has to be.
But you know what's something crazy? Have you ever heard a player badmouth Mike Tomlin though? I don't think I have.
AB and Claypool.
Well, AB has CTE. AB don't care. He has CTE. He talks bad about everybody.
Mike. I want to say Le'Veon Bell has said something about him before.
Okay, that's even. I mean, they're the CTE brothers.
I know. I'm just saying, but no, but their action speaks louder than what they saying. So something has to be going on.
They do got to get over the hump at some point because they've been having a lot of first round exits.
What, 7 years, 8 years?
I mean, when's the last time they really made a run? It's been a long time.
Last time, Super Bowl?
That was in 2010?
Man, I'm trying to think when last time they made it out of the first round. That's what I'm trying to think, man.
That's what I'm saying.
But that, for some reason, that's good enough for Steelers fans. And I want to say Steelers fans, but the Steelers organization. That's what I'm saying. At some point, Mike Tomlin got an answer for this, for not finding the piece they really need to get over the hump. Like I said, now you're relying on Mason Rudolph or Aaron Rodgers. That's just not good enough. Not against Baltimore. Not against Buffalo. Not against the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? They needed a guy they can groom into the position like Shador, or like you said, Dart.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that. So now it falls back, like I said, on the organization of Mike Tomlin. Like, what are y'all doing here? Are y'all just fine, like, being mediocre, above mediocre, and just getting into the playoffs year after year? Like, eventually people catch up to you. Like, the Chargers going to be way better than they were last year. I think the Browns going to be way better than they were last year. I think they have a chance with the defense still intact to make some noise and make tough games for people. That's what I'm saying. Like, the Patriots, they on a rise. They played tough last year. They played I give them that. The Patriots played them guys tough every single game they played in. They play hard and they play tough. That's what I say about Gerard Mayo. He should got another chance because Drake May was getting better each game, and the team was just, they were hungry. They just didn't have the right pieces, man. That's just what it come down to with the Patriots. They just didn't have the right pieces. So the Steelers keep playing this game of, we'll just keep pulling this guy out of retirement, Aaron Rodgers, out of retirement home, and it's just not gonna work out for him, man. Unless they just really love Will Howard, but Will Howard's Will Howard. So
who knows? I mean, Will Howard, I do like his attitude and stuff, but I mean, he's a 6 round
Yeah,
pick. He's a 6 round pick for a reason.
I like the water boy attitude too, but he's not on the field.
Then again, Tom Brady was a 6 round pick.
You know what I'm saying? Well, the water boy hyped up, jumping around, handing out water like his attitude too. He's a water boy for a reason. So it just, you know what I'm saying? With Howard, he might just be a clipboard type of guy.
Hey, being a third string quarterback has to be the best job because
Right, it's not no diss because he's making money. Ain't I wish I was a clipboard type of guy. You know what I'm
he's
saying?
still making money. You ain't got to worry about. But if the backup gets hurt and you got to go in and 300-pound linemen they're running 4.5s are running after you, it's a little scary.
So, which team you think? Well, which quarterback you think gonna have a better season? Drake May, Caleb Williams, Jane Daniels.
I still think it's gonna be Jane Daniels.
Why is that?
I just think he had such a great rookie year. I don't see, but then again, like CJ Stroud kind of had like a sophomore slump.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know. He might have a sophomore slump. It could happen because year two defenses kind of figure more things out because they got more tape on you in the NFL.
Yeah.
So maybe, but I really could see. I could see all three of them really having a good year, but I could definitely see Drake May because he has the number one receiver in Stephon Diggs now. Mm-hmm. That's going to help him a lot. They got more pieces. They got that Will Campbell, that his offensive tackle. Yeah. I could see Drake May having a big year. Caleb Williams with because now he's got Ben Johnson at head coach.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him taking a big step because he still has a lot of weapons on that offense. But if I had to pick one, I still think I'm gonna ride with Jaden.
Do you think Jaden's an anomaly because he's a dual threat quarterback? So he tends to have a better season. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it just depends how you look at it. I still think Jaden Daniels has the best shot at making the playoffs than the other two teams. So that's why if you base it off of success, then I would say maybe stats wise, maybe Drake May might have better stats. Caleb Williams might have better stats, but I think I think Washington has a better chance of making the playoffs.
Yeah, I think Drake May has a real good chance to surprise a lot of people because he gave Jaden Daniels a run for his money for rookie of the year. You remember when Jaden Daniels started beating all them good teams, then he went into the playoffs. Yeah. So that's what won Jaden Daniels the rookie of the year. That run he went on. And if he didn't go on that run and the Washington Commanders didn't make the playoffs, I think they probably gave it to Drake May because he was doing more with less.
Or Bo Nix.
No. Yeah. Or Bo Nix. Bo Nix is another dark horse that could win that thing because he was in the running too for the rookie of the year. Bo Nix, man, I don't know. It's just something about him. He really do got the it factor. A lot of people made jokes that he was an old guy, but it seemed like the old quarterbacks is the way to go in this league. So
really, if we look back, this might be like a really good rookie class because you got Michael Penix too.
Right.
That can be 5 quarterbacks that could end up being really good, or at least good. At least above average.
Definitely, because Michael Penix, he got really good offensive weapons over there, so he could make that jump to taking his team to the playoffs. They got the right people over there, but I think it's gonna be a great NFL season. It's a lot of teams that. It's going to be a lot of good, solid teams. They were kind of down last year because they didn't have the right pieces. They drafted well. They brought in free agents. They're going to move the needle for them. And the Patriots and the Denver are definitely 2 teams that you definitely keep your eye on. And the Bears with Ben Johnson. I feel like it can go either 2 ways, Scott Wood. Caleb Williams found his place, or he lead the league. Well, I'll say this. He getting top 5 in passing. I can say that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got top 5 with Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You watch those Lions games. He's a guru. He calls some good plays, man.
And that's what I'm saying. He can go 2 ways. He can find his place and be the same Caleb Williams he was last year, or he take Ben Johnson, get him to that next level, and he getting top 5 in passing, throw for 35 touchdowns. We'll say about 9, 10 interceptions. I think that's a pretty good ratio. I mean, if they get that out of Caleb Williams, man, the Bears, look out, Packers,
Do you know the
Lions.
Bears? Do you know the Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer?
I believe it. Cause they had Matt Mann. He wasn't a packer. He wasn't a passer. He was
That's
more of
crazy.
a right to ship guy type of guy. They had Orton. They had Cutler. Cutler was the closest.
That's what I'm saying. I would have thought Cutler would at least done it once.
Yeah, he had Brandon Marshall. Man. That was a nasty one too.
Yeah, and
that was a nasty one too.
I remember when they went to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman that year.
Yeah, Rex Grossman. He was a right to ship type of guy. Rex Grossman. His name said it all, you know.
The only reason I couldn't even believe they made the Super Bowl that year, and then Devin Hester returned it for a touchdown the first play of the game.
Opening kickoff, man.
Yeah.
Dude was special for real.
He was.
But yeah, the Bears, that's what I'm saying. Caleb Williams has so much potential. Even though I don't care for all the little antics he be doing.
Yeah.
You know.
He's a weird guy.
He is a weird guy. But if Ben Johnson can keep him focused and just put him on the right path, and he can put up some big time numbers.
Yeah. He's got the skill for sure.
Definitely got the skill. That's why I hope for Tyler Schultz that he come in, bro. Like I told Tyler, he remind me of Carson Wentz without the attitude. Dude got a big arm.
You take that.
I'll take that. He got a big arm. He can run a 4.6. He run a 4.6, so he's faster than Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen ran like a 4.7, 4.8 or something like that. It don't seem like it.
But could you imagine how mad are you going to be if he ends up being a bust and Shedeur ends up being a superstar and the Saints just passed on him like that?
Man, I just add to the other letdowns the Saints have put me on.
You're just immune to it now.
Yeah, right. That's all you gotta do. Got root for a sorry team, and it won't hurt you. You'll be immune to losing.
When they take Cesar Ruiz in the first round, it just don't hurt no more.
When they take Peyton Turner first round, who?
Yeah, I remember. I was sitting beside you. You're like, who is that? They were like, and then Mel Kiper came up and was like, yeah, I had him projected 3rd or 4th round.
Yeah, exactly. You gonna look at me like, you know who that is? No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Saints some oddballs, and I'm glad that Kellen Moore, he trying to put an end to that. That was to me that first round pick, something that we needed. It's not glamorous, but it was something we needed.
I do like Kellen Moore. I think he's going to be good for y'all.
Yeah, man. Gatwood, don't touch Alvin Kamara. Don't touch him. You known to take my fancy guys, bro. I hope this year you pick far away from me.
Well, just because he said that, I'm taking him.
You taking Barkley? He was on he's on the Madden cover. Anybody touching that?
I don't think I'm gonna touch it.
I touched Christian McCaffrey last year. You see what happened to me.
You learned your lesson, didn't you?
My team was stacked, man. My team was stacked in Joel's league.
Yeah.
It was freaking stacked.
That was terrible because I forgot, or I think auto drafted on accident or something. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember, but yeah, I'm not touching Saquon. I truly believe in the man curse, so I'm not gonna. Somebody else can deal with that. I'll take B. John Robinson. B. John Robinson getting you 20 points a game. I'll take that consistently.
Penix gonna dump it down to him a lot too. In the PPR.
Yo. All right, so let's look at the divisions real quick before we end the show. Which division going into the new NFL season is going to be the surprise division? They're going to be pretty tough in your eyes.
The AFC West. Because I think the Chiefs are obviously the Chiefs. And then the Chargers, like you said earlier, they got better. They added another rookie receiver, that Trey Harris from Ole Miss. He's good. McConkey. They're going to be better. Year 2 with Harbaugh. The Broncos are going to be better. They added a bunch on defense. Remember, didn't they get Greenlaw from the Broncos? Some other
they did.
They added a lot.
They got the safety from 49ers, the Broncos, Fumonga.
Yeah. And then the Raiders are going to be better with Geno as well.
Gentry.
Yeah, and then year 2, Brock Bowers. Yeah, I think that's going to be the toughest division. What do you think?
So yeah, I would say the NFC South. Believe it or not.
Y'all's division?
Mm-hmm. I think it's gonna surprise a lot of people. Buccaneers. They drafted their kid from USC. I believe was it USC Golden? No, from Texas. I think it was
Wait,
from
you talking about?
Texas.
Who got him?
I think it was the Buccaneers. They got one of them guys. It was USC guy.
They got a Buka from Ohio State.
Oh, Ohio State. Yeah, that's what it was. The guy from Ohio State. So they added somebody to go along with Evans and Godwin. Yeah. I mean, they got a pretty solid tight end in Ottoman. Bucky Irvin came on. It was the other kid too that took Bucky Irvin's spot. Was it Bucky Irvin? Yeah, Bucky Irvin took Rashad White's spot.
Yeah.
So the Buccaneers, they solid. They already got 2 good corners, and they added that 300-pounder from Florida in the middle to go with Villa on run stopping downs. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
Then we seen Bryce Young get his true number 1, Matt Millen.
Yeah.
To go with Thielen. You remember with Thielen? Everybody joking around. RC, I hope you on this live because you were joking about Thielen, like that old man on crutches. But Thielen, he put up some good numbers for him.
You saw that? You saw what Cooper DeJean said about Thielen?
What?
They were asking Cooper DeJean. They said, Cooper, what was your welcome to NFL moment? He's like, when I was getting routed up by Adam Thielen in week 3 or something like that. They're like, this bet was just routing me up.
Right. Adam Thielen, bro, he's not the fast guy, but dude was a smooth route runner. It was like, I always thought him and Cooper Kupp was like head to head. I thought he was on the level with Cooper Kupp, man. I have a hate-love relationship with Adam Thielen. He broke my heart so many times when the Saints played against Minnesota. Oh my goodness.
Minnesota's always breaking y'all's heart.
Man, tell me about it. Thielen used to route us up, man. So Matt Miller, Bryce Young, I have to say this. I gotta take back what I said about Bryce Young. Not fully though, Gatwood. Not fully. I'll take about some of it. It seemed like he got a little bit more confidence in his throws. He's more sure where he's going with football.
Yeah.
So I give him that. I just want to see him play under pressure, like true pressure.
Yeah.
But he made some big time throws. He beat us last year. We split, so I give him props for that. But I'm not still on the Bryce Young train yet. But he did get true number 1 in Matt Millen. The defense is still getting better. I think. Do they still got Miles Sanders? I don't think they do. I think they drafted a running back.
Didn't Miles Sanders go to the Cowboys?
I think he went to Chicago.
Did he?
Yeah, he went to the Cowboys. So the Panthers, if you remember the last 5-6 games of the season, they played them teams tough. I think they took the Chiefs to overtime or something that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
they played the last 5-6 games of the season. I mean, they hung in there, and they played them teams tough. Bryce Young was putting up 300 yards, throwing for 2 touchdowns, type of stuff. Very shocked by what I saw from him. But like, dang, he shut me up. I can't say nothing. Then with the Falcons, it just all depends on Penix. Kirk Cousins was a huge letdown. We know the Falcon offense can get rolling. Can they keep it rolling? That's the question. Then with the Saints, man, to be honest, Gatwood, our roster is very underrated. The defense is still intact. Our main problem was our play calling, and we were dealt with a lot of injuries on the O-line. So that was our downfall. Play calling, the coaching strategies, all that. But
did y'all get another receiver in the offseason?
No. We still got Chris alive. Oh, Brandon Cooks. You think about Brandon Cooks.
That is so random. Adding Brandon Cooks.
He went back to New Orleans. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I wanted a bit by receiver, but Bud Means, he's 6'1", played from Pittsburgh. He was a rookie last year, so he's going to look for a bigger role as a big guy. But really need like a 6'3", 6'4" receiver. We can really get down. I wanted Mike Williams. I wanted Mike Williams so bad, but I'm glad Mike Will went back to the Chargers.
What about Metcalf? Would you took Metcalf?
Yeah, I would have took that trade. Even though I don't like Metcalf that much, I think he's a one-trick pony. He don't run 2 routes. That's a slant and a go.
He's still a beast.
Maybe he can run ins and out, but you get what I'm saying. He ain't gonna break angles in the route tree.
Yeah, but y'all don't really need that because y'all got Olave for that.
Yeah, we got a lot. That's why I want a big body receiver code so he can take away, some of the coverage from Olave.
Yeah,
because Olave gonna win most of the time in the one-on-one matchups. So I think that's the only flaw is that we don't have a big body receiver. But you don't really need one, but it helps. I wish we just had an AJ Green type guy.
The line's pretty solid.
Yeah, we drafted some guys. Trevor Penny actually moving to guard. I feel like he's a better guard than tackle anyway. So he'll be next to the guy we drafted in the first round. My mind going blank on his name, but he was the best tackle. The guy from Texas, I think it was Brown. I don't know, I can't remember. But,
I can't remember his name.
Yeah. So we got our left and right tackle now, and we already got our guards. We got Will Campbell back. Not Will Campbell. Will Clapp. I can't remember his name, but we got Will back. So we kind of fixed our guards position, and we got Eric McCoy in the middle. So we just don't have no big names, but we have pieces. We just, just need to add a little bit more next year. Yeah. So I think the NFC South going to surprise Sloppy. I was going to say NFC East, but of course, we already know that Giants, they already got a good defense. Dallas going to Dallas anyway. They're going to be a good team. Eagles going to be a good team. I keep want to say Redskins. The Commanders going to be a good team.
Yeah, I keep wanting to say it too. It's just a habit.
Yeah, it's just a habit. So that was my sleeper of the NFC East. Of course, they already got some good teams in there. But I think the NFC South won't surprise a lot of people. Well, guys, that's the show. We are brought to you by Bet Us. I'm glad I got everything working, guys. Last week was a disaster. I couldn't hear anything. My audio wasn't working.
Oh wow!
And so I came back the other day to see what the reason was, and for some reason in my tab, the audio was turned off. I don't know how that happened, but I got it fixed. We are brought to you by Bet Us. Place your bets with Bet Us. We got your game. WNBA going on. Taylor Gatwood girl Caitlin Clark is killing it.
Who's your girl? Angel Reese?
Brittany.
Angel Reese?
He was an Angel Reese. No. If I were rooting for a WNBA girl, it would be Cameron Brink because she played for LA Sparks and I'm a Lakers fan. So
just because it's the same city.
Yeah, yeah, man. Of course. What
I went to your house that one time when you had a Brittany Griner poster.
Nah. Come on, man. Come on, chat. Nah, chat. He's lying. He's lying. You'll never see that.
He wore a shirt one time that said "Free Brittany."
You know what? Don't get you one, man. Just for saying that. Don't get you one.
Free Brittany.
Now I'll get. So, man. Use Bet Us. Place your bets. Win big. MLB going on. My Cubs are doing fantastic. Hope that carry over to the postseason. Sometimes we just fall apart in the postseason. But hopefully we won't do it this year. Hockey finals is going on. Oilers and Panthers don't have a score update. Sorry, guys. Then tomorrow, OKC and Pacers play tomorrow. So we're going to be tuning into that. Next week, guys, I'm going to do my top 10 quarterback ranking. And I'll let the guys vote on, well, not vote, but discuss my top 10 ranking. See if they agree. Well, what they're graded at A, B, C, D. We'll see what they're gonna give me, right? So we got that next.
You ain't.
It won't be a Saints quarterback and be in the top 10, so you don't got to worry about that.
I hope not, but
Spencer Rattler.
You ain't gonna.
Just watch.
you ain't gonna have Brock Purdy in there, and RC gonna be on you.
Shit's a secret. You don't know that.
I probably wouldn't.
I don't know. I don't get Brock. I think Baker's better, but
Baker's legit. He went off last year.
He did. I think Baker would do wonderful in Kyle Shanahan offense. So that's why I think it's just the offense. I mean, you just look at the history of quarterbacks that played for Kyle Shanahan, and they play extremely well. Well, besides Trey Lance, Garoppolo. What was the other kid? Dobbs.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just the offense, man.
Yeah,
Nothing to take away Brock Purdy, but I feel like you put Baker in there.
I think he's a solid. I think Brock Purdy's he's just the middle of the pack guy.
Now, that's why I say if you pay him all the money and you can't really fix your team, you're not going to the Super Bowl. You might make like we saw last year. They had all the injuries, and he just couldn't right the ship for him. I mean, he needs those guys. That's what you separate great quarterbacks from mediocre quarterbacks. No, I'll say not mediocre to middle of pack quarterbacks. Game managers. Superstars can handle injuries. The question is that quarterback healthy and ready to go? If he's healthy and ready to go, then we have a real good chance of making the playoffs. It don't matter what the roster look like. Them years that Drew Brees had terrible defense, we were still there on the brink of making it into the playoffs.
Yeah.
If you have Brock Purdy, if you have Brock Purdy or what's another guy?
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins with a mediocre team, they are not able to take a mediocre team to the playoffs. They need the right fit. They need the right pieces. They need everything going right for the team in order to get them over the hump and right the ship. That's how I grade my quarterbacks. Do they need everything to be right in order for them to win? We saw Josh Allen make that jump when everything wasn't right. He's still able to get deep into the playoffs. We saw Lamar make that run. I mean, so Joe Burrow had a bad offensive line with one game out of the playoffs, and they were missing T. Higgins half of the season.
Yeah. That's the it factor. They got the it factor.
Right, they got the it factor. And that's not a knock against Brock Purdy or them other guys. It's just that in order to be a top 10, I feel like that you should be able to get your team that's not completely there, at least close, or at least one game out of the playoffs or something like that.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. NFL season is pretty far away, but we do have Super Bowl champs t-shirt, our playmakers in the merch shop. We got They Hate Greatness Josh Allen t-shirt. I'm a big Josh Allen fan, so I'm definitely gonna buy that one. We also got Joe Burrow for y'all Bengals fans out there, our Burrow fans, our LSU fans. We got the Joe Burrow They Hate Greatness. Maybe get CJ Stroud if he wins some games. Gatwood get some They Hate Greatness CJ Stroud shirt.
Yeah, I guess he don't got enough haters yet. He ain't one enough.
He don't got enough haters. Now we do have enough haters for Lamar They Hate Greatness t-shirt. That's a high item right now in our merch shop. So y'all need to go cop that. I'll put the merch shop link. You know what? Let me do that right now so I won't forget. Let me pull that up. I'll put the link in the show notes for y'all. That way. And tell us what athlete y'all want us to do, what player y'all want, man. We'll try to make it happen. I'm trying to do more in WNBA players for people who love NBA, WNBA. So
Brittany Griner.
Brittany Griner. They won't let me post on TikTok. No, they won't let me post on TikTok. That's crazy. I'll get that to y'all. All right, guys. It's been real good fun. We can't wait to be back next week. Discuss more NBA finals, stuff like that. Like I said, our top 10 quarterback list. We should have most of the guys back. They on vacay right now. RC, Flowers, T. Wright. I don't know what he doing. I can't say he on vacay. He
It's
swear he
never
be
know.
work. He swear he works, but I don't know.
He working 24/7.
Yeah, he doing something. His girl got him tied up. That's what what's going on.
He's grounded right now.
Right. So shout out to y'all, man. We appreciate the love and support. As always, we'll be back next week. We out of here.
See y'all.